I can tell all of this by looking at what you treasure. Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. You know, I can tell also how grateful you are. To give you an example, I can tell how grateful you are by the way you take care of what you have. Now, it's true, it takes money and time to take care of things, that's true. But if I were to visit your home and your home is gone to rack and ruin, everything is in a disarray, you're a slob, you know, your vehicle, your home, everything about you're just a slob. You know, there's no kind way of putting this. You know, I can tell that you're really not that concerned. You're not grateful to God. You're not grateful for any. If you were grateful, you would take care of what you have. So where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Now okay, that sounded sort of, you know, if you were grateful, you'd take care of what you have. Now there is such a thing as aging, getting old and not being able to take care of what you have, and then you have to depend on your children or somebody else to do all this stuff for you. That's sad. I dread that day when I have to depend on, because I don't depend on hardly anybody for anything. I've always been like that. If I can't do it by myself, I don't ask for help. But anyway, I dread that day when I have to depend on someone to do all this stuff for me, because chances are you're not going to be able to depend on them. I can guarantee you that. But anyway, okay, 10% of your income. Now, a lot of people would say, well, boy, I can't afford to tithe. What are you talking about, 10%? Well, truth of the matter is you cannot afford not to tithe is a truer statement. Instead of saying, oh, I can't afford that, no, you can't afford not to tithe. Now, 10%, you know, your government takes 33%. At least it takes 33% of my income to spend it on things like National Endowment for the Arts. And thank goodness I heard that Trump is eliminating the funding for that or something, the National Endowment for Arts. You know, they had something a while back that was a crucifix in a bottle of urine, and it said P-I-S-S, Christ. That's art. That's what your money is going to, the National Endowment for Arts, for some idiot to set up a bunch of soup cans, Campbell's soup cans, and take a picture of it and call it art. Yeah, I tell you, there are more fools in this world, and when it comes to the arts, you're going to meet a lot of fools. Art is not what it used to be. You know, I think of art as beauty, not some arranged, disarranged, queer mindset, some perverted, manipulated, twisted, evil, diabolical thing that comes out of the mind of we human beings. I think of art as something beautiful. And if it ain't beautiful, I don't want to look at it. Okay. All right. Now, let me just say this, when I talk about tithing, I'm not talking about passing the plate. You know, every day, it's every Sunday, there's an offering plate being passed underneath your nose, and people, you know, they put $5 in and take $3 back out. They make change, you know, they thump the bottom of the plate and make it sound like a coin went in. And they think that's tithing. That's not tithing. That's what you call offerings. You know, when they pass the plate, that's just offerings. That's not tithing. Is 10% of your income. And yes, I believe, my conviction is, before Caesar. In other words, before the greedy IRS gets their hand on it, before your government gets their hands on it, before Caesar, before that, 10% right off the top of your income. God first. Why would I put Caesar before God?